What it do, y'all? This your boy Steve-O coming at y'all with another video. Flatbed game, GWP, grinding with a purpose, and trucking with Steve-O. Yeah, but let's get right into it. I delivered my first load yesterday, actually coming to the Laredo Terminal. I'm actually still sitting here at the Laredo Terminal. When you get here, you have to go through an inspection point. They inspect your trailer and your truck, whatever. Make sure nothing is wrong with it, whatnot. I had a few things wrong. Well, I say a few things. My mud flap was the only issue I had on the trailer, which was kind of split. It was still on, still functional, still able to move, but had a big split in it. So they changed that, but I dropped the trailer anyway, so the trailer's staying here. I'm actually still sitting here waiting on another load. But for you new guys who's coming through, when you come through Laredo, you have to come to the terminal first. You're gonna come in, check into the inspection bay. They're gonna check your trailer. From that point, they'll send you to the shop if anything needs to be fixed on the trailer. And then once you finish with the shop, if you need anything, you're gonna check with those guys at the shop. You'll come in to the inbound dispatch, give them your inspection sheet, and then from there, you go to safety. If you get here late in the evening, then you're gonna have to wait because safety leaves, I believe, at 4:30, something like that. But if not, you go to safety, clear out with safety, and you'll go back to dispatch outbound, and hopefully they'll have a load for you. If not, you'll be sitting here. Luckily for me, I wasn't really supposed to be here till today at 8 o'clock, but I actually came in yesterday, which was Monday. I was here a little after 4, so I missed safety, but supposed to be leaving here sometime today, loading up and going to Florida, somewhere near Florida. The guy looked at me like, you want this load or not? And I'm like, yeah, man, hey, it makes money. If the miles is on it, let's go, let's roll. You ain't gonna make no money just trying to be picky and choosy, which this is a forced dispatch, so it's not like if I'd have said no, which he might have. If I would have said, hey, you got something else, he probably would have put me on something else. But you can't be choosy when you just starting out in trucking. So far, so good. I kind of ran into a few obstacles here once I got here, but it was nothing that I couldn't overcome. Chatted with my DM through the Qualcomm this morning, so everything was fine. He was cool, satisfied, whatever. It was no issues, so it was really alright. Shout out to my trainer Patrick, man. I've been blowing him up ever since I got off the truck, with questions and stuff of that nature. Like I say, dude really smart, man. Dude really been helping me. Every time I call, he answer. If I text him, he'll text right back. And if he don't answer, he'll call me back. So I can't complain as of now. Holidays coming up, guys. Y'all be safe on that road. Take your time. Drive slow or whatnot. Hopefully I'll be able to go home for Christmas and for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. But yeah, man, I so far so good. I still got the little butterflies in me. Still, hey, is this for me or not? But I ain't really had no major issues to say that it's not for me. I'm not homesick. I can't really tell you guys what the pay is because I've been on a trainer truck. So actually this week here would start my week of actually being paid cents per mile. So I could kind of get a idea starting from yesterday up. Well, actually starting from Thursday when I picked up in Columbus up until up until today, and then the next following 3 weeks, I'll be able to say, because I've been and got 3 checks, so I don't know what to expect far as pay range, and then really is up to you. If you show these people you want to work, I'm pretty sure they're going to give you the miles. Cause like I said, me and Pat, man, we were pushing it. Other than that, so far so good. I gave Papa Smurf a wash today here at the terminal. Well, yesterday at the over here at the terminal. Had to do it myself. I think it came out all right. But once I get back on the road, I will stop to the Blue Beacon where they get they scrub it down and do all the good stuff. Put the Armor on the tires, make it look real shiny, and all your chrome and stuff. They bring it back to life. So I will be doing that once I get back on the road, if I have enough time, which I should, because my clock won't start up until I get loaded and send it in and get on the road, which will probably be sometime later on this afternoon. I hate to move late in the evening because that puts me back getting up midday, and I'm more of a morning person. I like to push early in the morning and be finished afternoon is time, somewhere around 2-3 o'clock. I'll be ready to park, sleep, and get back up about 1, 2, 3 in the morning and start rolling again. I ain't with that late stuff, man. Be driving here. If I'm gonna drive at night, it's gonna be early in the morning when it's still nighttime. Going to daylight, not being daylight going at night and being on that road. Nah, it's just, that ain't me. Some people say they love it because they don't. they like to beat the traffic and all this, man. So far so good, man. I done drove through Houston, passed through Houston, San Antonio, and all these good places, man, where the traffic can be hectic, and I ain't have no problems coming through. But you can't be scared to drive this semi either. That's when accidents happen, when you sit here and you shaking and scared. But you do have to treat this semi different than from your vehicle. I got that 53-foot trailer back there, so it is a lot different, but I'm used to it. As far as driving it, it's a piece of cake. You just gotta pay attention. You sleep, you pull over. I don't see nothing hard about it, man. It is some work. I will say that. Flatbed is some fucking work. Is it hard? No. Some of the loads that you get to secure it you might scratch your head a little bit, but like I said, man, you got the load securement book. I have my trainer number. I can call my trainer. You can call safety, but your straps and your chains are 4,000 pounds. So on your paperwork, it should tell you what it weighs. Or when you get to the shipper or whatever and they load you up, hey, ask them, hey, how much does the load or whatever weighs, and you go from there. But I don't find securement hard. I will tell you this: that fucking car, you'll kick my ass in Columbus. When I say kick my ass, it kicked my ass. I went in there big headed. Oh man, I'm gonna go in there, knock this out, tarp it up and get out of here. Man, those 9 freaking chains kick my ass. It was a great learning lesson, though. I learned a lot from that load. But I did get it secured. strapped down. Tarping was a piece of cake, you know. I don't have no issues with tarping. I didn't tarp in the damn snow, so tarping is not a issue. But man, when I went to chain that sucker, it was it should have been a shotgun, I believe. I believe. I think the call was too long for a suicide, but I got it done, so we ain't gonna make no complaints. I do know the edge protectors that have the long piece come out and the hooks. Those are a piece of shit. And my boy told me that. He was like, man, I don't like to use them. And I thought they were cool because you can slide a chain through them and pull them and hold them tight against the coil while you're strapping them, while you're not really fighting with the regular edge protectors that go on the coil. But now, after that, this past load I had, man, I rather deal with the edge protector, regular edge protectors. Those ones that hook over and the chain goes through, man, that could be a lot of freaking work, bro. It's a headache. And then I had some that were bent. You know, when I got my truck, all I did was counted them to make sure I had all of them. I didn't physically take them out and inspect them, and that's on me, because you know, anything I buy, and my wife will tell you this, I'm going through it, because if it's a piece of shit or something missing, I don't want it. And I totally just went through everything, counted it without physically. I lied. My straps I did take out and physically look at my straps, and my flags I did take out and physically look at them. But everything else I just counted to make sure it was there. And then when I freaking got to Columbus, Mississippi, loaded up and got to outside the bay where it was time to secure the damn coil, man, I had just enough freaking edge protectors to put on that freaking coil, man. And you know, I thank God that I had enough, because majority of them was all toe up, bent up and stuff, so I couldn't use them. That was a blessing that I really did have enough to. I really did have just enough to finish that coil. But man, when I say it kick your boy ass, it kick your boy ass. I can't really bitch and complain about anything, because I'm still learning. And I've only been doing this since the end of September. There's still a good little ways to go. Maybe my 6 month mark, well, yeah, at my 6 month mark, you know, I'll be able to give an in-depth overall of how I feel about Flatbed in general and how I feel about Melton. But right now, man, like, my DM been cool, man. Like, I want to say he's ex-military, because if I send 10-4, he'll send back Roger that. You know, if I say something in military, he'll respond back in military. So I really don't have any issues. I finally know who he is, because I was going between two different guys, but I know who my DM is now. And like I said, Pat is always helpful. Anytime I call and I need him, he answers, picks up, or he'll shoot me a text, hey, I'll get with you, you know, give me a few minutes or whatnot. And that's a blessing, you know, to have a trainer that knows his stuff, and a trainer who's willing to help you after you done got off the truck with him. You know, because most guys are trained. Some of the stories I done heard, man, since I got off the truck with other guys and their trainers, and it's amazing, man. You know, like, but I hear a lot of Melton trainers are young guys, so you know, you kind of expect that. I know when I became electrician, when I started out in the plant, I was young, high-headed, and this, that, and other. But you know, I was molded I was with some good supervisors and foremen and stuff to mold me into becoming a young, responsible adult and being disciplined. Then when I got the safety job, it really put me on a different level, of understanding and knowing what I had to do to succeed in being a safety manager / coordinator. But you got to know how to deal. You got to be a people's person, for one. And two, I do believe that there should be a leadership course. I don't know if Melton has a leadership course that they send these guys through before they become trainers, but I do believe that there should be a leadership course to actually train some of these younger guys on how to deal with people in certain situations. I also believe a trainer should be an individual who wants to help you succeed. You could be a good trainer, but you can be a bad people's person. You could be a trainer that knows how to train and do your job, but when it comes to actually dealing with an individual on a personal level, because you're going to be on that truck for 21 days, no matter how you look at it. And you got to be able to deal with that person. You got to be able to deal with their attitudes. You got to be able to deal with their lifestyle, way of living. You might be a clean-cut individual that like your stuff a certain way, and then the person come on your truck might be an individual that's totally opposite from that. Or the person on the truck might be clean-cut, whatever, and the trainer might be totally opposite of that. Now, they do try to match you up the best they can, but I believe they've been bringing in a lot of folks, so I don't really think that you can really match up someone when you're bringing in folks like you are. And like I said, it was a blessing. I lucked up, and I keep saying that God is watching me. Well, my dad has been watching over me. He's been gone. I'm 36, and my dad has been gone for 34 years, died in the military. So I really, really believe he has been watching over me these last couple of years, because God has been doing some amazing things in my life. There's a lot of things that I'm working on, and myself is one of them. It's a lot of things that I let go. There's a lot of things that I'm still trying to get accustomed to. Life will throw you all type of curveballs and stuff, but you got to go with the flow. Take it for what it is and keep on pushing. You can't make excuses for everything, and that's something I learned. Something else I also learned is, if you're trying to get somewhere in life, you're trying to go somewhere, you got to be able and willing to do things that other folks are not willing to do. It's hard to say, well, let me rephrase that. It's hard to be on the road for 3 or 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and not be at home knowing you got a family and kids at home. But when you got an ultimate goal in the end, then it's not that hard, because at the end of the day, the final things in life don't come easy. You can do a lot of different things to make money, but I like to stay on the right side of the fence, because I know what the wrong side of the fence feel like, and I know what the wrong side of the fence will cost. Trouble's so easy to get into, but it's so hard to get out of, and a lot of people don't believe that until they find themselves in a situation. Here, you having to spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a damn lawyer, and you're not even guaranteed to get out that trouble. So, I don't. That's not the side of the fence I want to be on. I do believe if you work hard and you know what you want, you push hard, the possibilities of life are endless, man. I know a lot of young individuals out there right now, man, way younger than me, probably still in their early 20s, that's living, making it, but it's all up to that individual and their mindset. If your mindset toe up, then you can't really become what you really can become in life, because your mind is all toe up. But thank God, I went through a lot of stuff in my early ages to be able to get to the point where I'm at and to have a mind frame I have now. Then a lot of folks like to do things to impress other people, man. Be yourself. Be yourself. At the end of the day, the only friend should be your better half and your mom, your kids, your dad, and whoever, grandma, grandpa. You shouldn't be out there, especially at my age, looking for friendship, man. I'm looking for peace and stability. Peace and stability. Being out here on these roads, man, this long period of time, it gives me a lot of peace. But it also it teaches me a lot, man. Also, people let other individuals sway them to go in different directions, man. Be your own person. I mean, if you want to do something out the ordinary, then do it. Don't let another individual tell you that, oh, you can't do that, or feed you with some, oh, you just trying to be like such and such, or and that brings to the subject too. Just because an individual wants more out of life doesn't mean that they're competing with the next individual. Man, I got friends that are living, bro. And when I say that, man, I'm not going to throw names out there, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6, 2 cousins, I call them my brothers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 homeboys that live outside of Voss Parish, living. When I say living, and I'm proud of all of them, man, be honest with you, I really am, because it was the 5 outside the parish who put my mind on another level of just want more and being more. If you would have asked me a couple of years ago about being me being a site safety manager, I would have looked at you like, oh man, what is that? But it took me to go to ISC and meet certain individuals that was younger than me, that was just really motivated, to be more than what, life threw at them, or to be more than what, their parents or whatever was. And, that was my ultimate goal. Once I understood and figured it out, I always want to be better than the next one. And my mama left some hard shoes to fill, because when I tell you, man, she pushing this, and I'm not going to throw her age out there, but she's still pushing, still teaching, man. 35, 36 plus years, she's going hard. So I have no other choice but to go hard too. And, sometimes she tell me, well, why you doing this? Why you doing this? I wish you would have went back here, or I wish you would have did this. But hey, man, look, you've been doing it for a long time. You've been pushing. I understand certain things that she say, but when your back is against the wall, man, the virus put us in a situation that, work is not that much work, but fucking bills and everything are still piling up, and these people calling want their money. So at the end of the day, me personally, I feel like I got too much experience, bachelor's degree, working on a master's, a whole bunch of certifications, a whole bunch of licenses, LLCs, for me to go flip a burger or for me to go work in Walmart. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with those jobs. Totally not saying nothing is wrong with those jobs. I just want more for me and my family. So I'm going to go that extra mile to make sure that we have the final things in life. So, so don't totally blow this out of proportion when I say that, because nothing wrong with those jobs, but, I just one of those individuals that wants more. I want that for that brick 4-bedroom brick house by the lake. I want that 4-bedroom brick house with a nice sized man cave. I want all that. I don't get me wrong, I'm living good now. I do have a nice home now, but I want more. I do believe that I deserve that, and I do believe that I can get that. I also believe that I can be successful in being my own boss. It shows with the electrical. I've been doing a lot of great stuff in electrical. I have a lot of people that has been recommending me and doing different things. I have a lot of people that's been calling me. And I also want to say to those out there, man, if I haven't got back to you, it's just I've been on the road, been real busy. I haven't really had any home time yet, so I will be getting with you guys. Manny, I was supposed to come make you around. I didn't, but I will get to you when I come back. Mr. Rashard, I was supposed to get to you. I didn't get a chance to get to you. I will get to you when I come back. Like I said, it's just hard. I gotta balance work and family. I didn't really balance work and family when it came to ISC, because it was all ISC, work, and no really balance between home and the job. It was all about my job, and I wasn't really worried about home. The only thing I was worried about making sure the bills were paid and this, that, and other. But now I got a better understanding. I gotta balance that out. I can't be all about work and not be about home when I'm married and also have kids. And young kids at that. So that's something I'll probably be working on in the next couple of months here. Like I said, I'm still in a stage of can't really say whether yay I like it or yay I don't, or I can't really say yay I hate it or whatever, because Melton hasn't done anything to the point to make me dislike this. The only real challenge is actually being out long periods of time before you can go home. Will that be an issue? Right now it's not an issue. Like I said, I stated in my other videos, I have an overall ending goal with these folks, and I want to see it through. As long as I see my goals through, everything else doesn't really matter. I keep my nose clean. I keep a good rapport with these folks, and in the end, to me, that's a success. That's a win-win situation. Whether I'm here or not in the near future, as long as I leave with a good report, I feel like that's a win-win situation. But they haven't did anything to make me feel uncomfortable as of yet. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope it stays like that. Like I said, I've heard stories, man. I've talked to one guy, man, and he doesn't work for Melton. He was working for another company, and he was just explaining how his DM was a straight ass, was a straight dick. retired state police officer, so I can probably understand where he was coming from. And once again, I do believe some of these folks, you need to have a leadership course going. Some of these folks do have egos, and if you retired military, if you are retired state police, retired Marine, or whatever it is, you can't come to these jobs and expect to put a disciplinary program or whatever it is you're trying to do to individuals that's not used to that. And then this is not the military. You're not training for that type of work. So you can't come here with that type of mentality and attitude. Now, I probably could handle that, depending on what it is that you're doing. Now, setting a person up for failure, that's nothing military about that. I can't say how the police force operate, but when you're setting a person up to fail, or you're giving a person bare minimum information and telling them to figure it out, or giving them bare minimum information and pointing them in the wrong direction, and then when they get to the wrong direction, then you're saying, oh, you should have did this. That's setting the person up for failure, total failure. Because if as a site safety manager, I'll never send a guy out in a plant or in a unit, or shall I say, or rephrase that, and he's not ready to be in that unit. I'm gonna make sure he's prepared. I'm gonna make sure he knows every bit of that unit that I know. So everything I know, he's gonna know. So if he do fail, it won't be because he didn't know. So far as that, you're not teaching a person by throwing them out there to the wolves and saying, hey, figure it out yourself. I'm glad I haven't dealt with that yet. Like I said, they haven't done that at all here. And then, like I said, you got numbers you can call if you get screwed up. But Pat is gonna be my number one. First issue. If anything happens, I'm calling him. Unless it's just a serious accident that beyond me or him, and the company needs to know, then I'm gonna start calling them. But something simple that I feel that he can answer, and like I said, dude is smart. He's real knowledgeable. I'm gonna hit him up. Also, I do have cousins that's in the trucking industry too. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jared, Jordan. A lot of guys I can call and get a better understanding of things. And I've got some that have been doing this for years. I think John has retired. He doesn't do it anymore. But, if I feel like something is some BS, I'm going to call him and say, hey, man, look, this, and this, is that supposed to go that way? And one thing I know about John, Brad, Jordan, and Jared, and Travis and them, man, they going to shoot me the right way. They ain't no thuggish type dudes, them straight down to earth, church going dudes, so they gon' give it to me real. No, man, that don't work like that. That ain't supposed to go like that. So, like I said, but I haven't had that issue yet here with Melton at all. And like I said, Pat is a big plus for me staying here and being here, because he is a representation of Melton, and like I said, I can call him any time of the day and he's going to answer that phone and answer my questions. And I do believe he's one of those that, if I do have the issue, he'd be one to call and say, hey, man, y'all need to make this right with this dude. He's been upfront and honest with y'all. Y'all need to stay upfront and honest with him. So, but yeah, I know I've sat here and we talked about a lot, but so far so good. I I'll be leaving Laredo, hopefully, sometime around 4 or 5, I guess, headed to Florida. It'd be nice, though, if I could leave in the morning, 4 in the morning, depending on what time and where, where the load is going to in Florida, when it has to be delivered. So today's Tuesday. So if they tell me it has to be delivered Thursday, I might leave 4 in the morning, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Get on the road, shoot out. Because if you shoot out late in the afternoon, man, it is hard to find a parking spot at some of these truck stops, man. Then your boy backing skills. I can't say I'm even rusty anymore, because I just backed that trailer up in that torque bay, man, and had no problems. It had a whole nother trailer sitting right there. But then I had a lot of room to play with too. You go to some of these truck stops, you barely got room to play with, man. But you can tell the folks that don't know how to back up, because they're parked in the exits, on the side of the road of the exits, or they're parked at the truck stops on the side of on the corners and stuff. So I was like, okay, that's the individuals that don't know how to back up. That'll probably be me one day. But nah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try before I do that. But yeah, I'm sitting here in Laredo waiting on this load. And hopefully I can get this load and we can go ahead and get it out the way. Push it out the way and make us some money. Sitting I ain't making no money, but once I get to rolling, get the miles, that's when the money start rolling in. But other than that, man, yeah, it's your boy Derek. Flatbed Gang, GWP, grinding with a purpose, trucking with Steve-O. Holla at y'all till the next time. Peace.